It takes more than 6 months. Now, you know what I'm talking about. Like the life you want to build, the muscle one you want to have, the hair that you want to grow, the lifestyle that you want to build. It takes more than 6 months. But the main thing is, you don't even know when 6 months pass and when the 6 months end. You make so much progress that you may think like, oh, 6 months is just enough. Now let's talk about the psychology behind it. 6 months. 6 months. What can you do in 6 months? You would bulk up. You could grow out your hair. You could make enough money in order to like not work for another 6 months. Or you could also like travel to a lot of places which will help you to acquire knowledge, and your whole personality will eventually change in 6 months. But the main problem is when you're thinking that 6 months is just unique, but you have to believe that it takes more than 6 months. Then 6 months will be enough for you. Now, how do I explain it to you? We'll just give you an example. So last year, last year I was in a bit of kind of like in a period of time where nothing was going all right. My sleeping schedule, the way I was sleeping and all, like I wasn't going out, I wasn't interacting with anyone, so my conversation skills were so fucked up that I couldn't even like talk to people in IRL or like even like go out with my friends. I was doing none of it. But when I tried to change it, I was thinking like, okay, it's time to like change my thing. So first of all, I changed my habits, changed the way I eat, changed the way I live. And slowly by slowly, I was starting to make progressing. And my main goal was in my main goal was it will take like 1 year in order to like change my whole life around. But it only took me like six or something like how it happened. Because I was focusing on long term goals rather than like, oh, it only takes like 6 months, 3 months. Some of you might think like, oh, it just takes like 9 months, 60 days. Nah, it takes more than that. Now, why did it make progress in 6 months? The thing is very simple. I was thinking long term, like 1 years, 2 years. If I continue my habits for like uh 10, 30 years, 30 years, 40 years on the line, then I will make progress. I wasn't thinking, oh, I will just do it for like 9 months, 6 months, 3 months, or like 30 days. It takes more than that. When you're thinking long term, you make way more progress than you think. So if you're thinking like, oh, it will just take 6 months, nah, it will take you longer. But if you're thinking like, oh, it will take me like 10 years or something like that, it will just take you 6 months. The problem is your mentality and the way you rush into things. Like when I was just starting off in the gym, I was thinking, oh, I need to bulk. Yo, I need to put on so much muscle because I have college after this and that. I need to put on as much muscle as I can. What I did wrong was I was trying to put on muscle way too fast. I was eating junk all the time. I was eating like uh, I guess like 800 calories more than what I should have taken. Then it made me fat. My face was all chubby and all. I wasn't feeling good and all, and I had to eventually quit. But let's say that in, in case of doing that, I was doing something like, okay, I need to go in bulk. I will eat slightly above what I'm eating right now. And slowly by slowly, I'm going to increase the size. Now think and compare those two terms, like eating on a bulk with like 800 calories more than what I should have eaten. This type of lifestyle and versus the type of lifestyle where I only eat a slightly above, but slowly by slowly I'm increasing it. This sounds more peaceful and like more fulfilling. So the problem with you is you're trying to achieve something which is like which takes way longer than you think. Building a physique, a 10 out of 10 physique takes longer than you think. Building up a business, starting from all zero, it takes more than you think in order to like get income or like to retire your parents, this kind of stuff. The type of hair you want, the type of body you want, the type of lifestyle you want. It takes more than that what you eventually think. So I just want you to like don't work hard or like be all relaxed, this kind of stuff. What I want you to do is work on the things that you want to work. Your hair, your lifestyle, whatever you want to work on. Work on those things. But calm down a bit about the results, like, oh, I need this in like 3 months, this in like, oh, nah. When I was doing that, I was making way less progress. I was going to the gym, but I was doing none of these exercises. I was changing my weightlifting program area, whether this and that. I was just consistent enough in my program for like just 3 months or something like I was changing my program like 1 week, 2 week after that. Even my eating habits were not the same. For example, like I was eating 500 calories sometimes. I was 500 calories sometimes. I was eating more than that. Sometimes I was like eating way junk food. Slowly but slowly, it just burned me out, and I was in a red hole. Or what do you say that? Red hole. So what you want to do is work on the things that you want to do, but work slower and be more calm about the things that you really want. And when you're doing something, be fully focused on them, not like, oh, I want it in 3 months, 9 months. Some of you think like, oh, you could achieve it in 30 days. No, it takes more than that. So that's all about.